Night powers 1. Inherent within you lie the dormant powers of the Oversoul and creation. You can actualize these powers when you have realized the Oversoul within you. I intend to discuss some of the powers of the Oversoul that are at your disposal. Some of the powers that you will discover are levitation, vibrational change, invisibility, weather control, and the list goes on. Some of these powers may already seem incredible to you, but really they are just the outpouring of the Oversoul's power through you, when you live in its consciousness and by its will. All the things that you have been studying and practicing have been preparing you for this day, when you would put these powers and knowledge into use. When you use these powers, you must always use them under the direction of your Oversoul. If you are ready to use these powers of the Oversoul, then let's begin with the first power of unlimited thought control. This may not sound like a specific power, but, indeed, it is. This is a very special concept of awareness that will unleash, for you, powers untold. It is virtually the key to the universe of life. If you will stop reading for a moment, and look around the room, do you note anything out of the ordinary? For most the answer would be no. Yet, under the special awareness you are going to acquire, the room around you is a very special place, as is all creation. The room is the way it is, because your thoughts keep it just the way you have always pictured it. You have become very conditioned in life to see material things as concrete and solid. The chair is a chair and nothing will change that, you think. But let's stop again and see what really a chair is. The chair is an aggregate or collection of molecules which are very dense and specifically arranged to form the chair. The chair has wood, cloth, and metal molecules that make up its physical structure. Suppose now, that a very hot fire came along and destroyed the chair. What has really happened to the chair? Well, the fire so accelerated the molecules and released the energy that binds all the molecules together, that it has transformed some of the molecules to ash and the others have been set free into the atmosphere. They are now particles, so widely scattered, that they can no longer be seen in the form of a chair. Is there anything else that could do this to the chair? Yes, indeed, your very thoughts could do the same to the molecules of the chair. This is that very special state of awareness that I was discussing earlier. Your thoughts help chain the molecules together to form what you think of as a chair. You see, feel, and know that this is a chair, and that is all it is. But if you use your Oversoul awareness and thought, you can release the energy that binds the molecules of the chair into its physical form, and then it will no longer be a chair. You, then, can release the molecules back into the atmosphere, remold the molecules into some other form, or rebind them into its original form. There is a much greater use of the first power. You could use this power on your own physical structure. Any ideas on what would happen? Remember that your physical body is just a repository for your emotions and consciousness. You are not the body, but pure Oversoul awareness and thought. If you release the thoughts that bind the physical body into its material form, then it would become formless. Yet your consciousness has complete control of all the physical molecules. You would be aware of your body, as a million pinpoints of light. If you desire to go anywhere, at any time, all you have to do is think of that time and place and you would be there. To regain your material form, all you have to do is release the thought that unleashed the binding power of the molecules. This is perhaps the most important concept you will ever learn. It is the essence of many of the other powers that you will learn. The concept, therefore, bears repeating. It is your thoughts that literally bind you to limitation and the material world. If you unleash the thoughts that bind your physical structure, or anything in your world, you become formless and free of any physical restrictions. Through this power, you will have total control over your physical form or any material thing. If you unleash the material thoughts that bind you to anything, and replace it with the Oversoul thought, then you become unlimited and free. The second power is like the first, and it is vibrational control over all that is. Imagine for a moment that you have been caught in a building that is on fire and you cannot get out. What are you going to do? You are going to use the second power of vibrational control and walk through the fire unharmed. That's right. You are going to walk right through the fire, and it will never hurt you. It really is not so incredible, as it may seem. The fire has a high vibrational rate and energy. The molecules around you are in a very high state of agitation and are combining with oxygen, giving off heat, flame, and light. If you can raise the vibrational rate of your physical body to a very high rate, higher than that of the fire, through the oversoul awareness and thought, then you will go unharmed by the fire. You can do this not only for your physical body but for anything you desire to change the vibrational rate of. Further, you not only can raise the vibrational rate but you can also lower the rate of vibration in all things. This leads you into the third power of invisibility. The first thing that comes to your mind, when you think of invisibility, is the legends of the Invisible Man. It is true, though, that you can become invisible. Not only can you become invisible, but you can create invisibility in anything. There are two ways of doing this, and the first uses the power just discussed of vibrational control. If you raise the vibrational rate of the entity high enough, the molecules will vibrate at such an extremely high rate that light will simply pass through them, and so you have invisibility. It is only when light can fall on a sufficiently dense article, and be reflected off of it, that it can be seen. This is the first type of invisibility. The second revolves around the absence of thought. The second type will allow you to remain physically solid, yet invisible to others. When you emit thought from your mind, you have learned that this is an energy which all are sensitive to. It is your thoughts that make you visible to others. So to achieve invisibility, you must erect a shield that completely encloses you and that will not permit any thought energy to escape. You do this by visualizing the oversoul energy completely surrounding and enclosing you. You then project, into this oversoul energy screen, with oversoul thought, the power that all your thoughts will remain enclosed within this capsule, and so you will be invisible. For a moment, let's change pace and look at something that may be causing many of you some trouble, and that is what I mean by the oversoul awareness, thought, energy, and other terms used in relation to the oversoul. If you are to put this topic to successful use in your life, then you must understand something very basic to night magic. You are the oversoul. If you can't understand this very simple concept, then you should go back and read topics 6 and 7. For it is only when you truly know that you are the oversoul in power, energy, and consciousness, that you will accomplish anything in this current topic. When I speak of oversoul awareness, you know yourself as the oversoul in consciousness and power. You know that you have the full use of its consciousness and power, for it is your consciousness and power. There is no difference, or separation, between yourself and the oversoul. You are one in all things. Study, learn, and know this to the inner depths of your being and you have mastered all. Let's resume, now, with the fourth power of multiple being. The concept of this may seem difficult, but study and try to follow along. When I speak of multiple being, I speak of having your physical presence in more than one place, at the same time. The key word, here, is physical. You can do this in several ways. To begin with, you can separate your astral body from your physical form, and retain consciousness in both. Then, you can lower the vibrational rate of the astral body till it can be seen and touched. To be in even more places, you can build a copy of your physical form, out of the oversoul energy, and again condense and lower the energy form, until it can be seen and felt. Then, you will place your consciousness in control of it, and use it, as you would use your own physical body. There is no limit to the number of the oversoul energy forms you can make. You must keep control over each form and sustain it with your oversoul energy and consciousness. Either you maintain complete oversoul control and consciousness over each form, or they will return to the eternal darkness. The fifth power is that of levitation. You know the physical law on earth that opposites attract. You have also seen the experiment whereby you take two magnets and place the like ends, that is either both north or south ends of the magnets, facing each other. They will repel each other. The earth has a certain polarity, and you have a certain polarity, which keep you both together. If you can reverse your polarity such that it is the same as the earth, then you will be repelled by the earth and so levitate above it. To accomplish this requires a combination of night breathing and the drawing upon, and application of the earth's energy around and through your body. There is an easier way of doing levitation. If you use the power of vibrational control and slowly raise the vibrational rate of the molecules of your body, the body will become like the sky. The body will become very light and float above the earth. You can direct your movement and height by oversoul thought. Remember, though, that the body is still subject to lack of oxygen and the cold of extreme heights. This is levitation. The sixth power is that of weather control. In order to understand how to see